that is not the case. Instead, Willie Scott is taking the place of Gravina in the Rutgers lineup.
Yeah, I was really hyping this up in the open, but I think regardless of who Emery Parker will be facing, it'll be a really good test because he forfeited his last match against Indiana due to illness. So I think regardless of who he's facing, it's going to be a really good opportunity for him to bounce back.
As we enter this final stretch, absolutely, Parker's going to be looking to set the tone after taking a meet off due to illness against Indiana as he's burying these underhooks. He's looking for some points right here. And Parker himself, 16-1 on the season, ranked 6th, and he's taking on Willie Scott here from Rutgers. Now, Scott's a redshirt sophomore. He's 9-9 on the season. There's a stalemate call from the ref as Parker and Scott will reset in the middle now. Scott has some size to him. I believe he's taken a few matches and wrestled at the 197-pound weight class, so Parker's strength may be slightly matched here in this meet, but Parker's really established himself to be one of the best wrestlers from an upper body tie like we see here as he's attempting to lock up a bear hug here with the double underhooks that we see. Big throw there. Wow. The power of Emery Parker there. No takedown awarded, but just a quick change of weight, and he had Scott nearly on his back there.
Yeah, got a good glimpse there. We saw the oohs and the ahs of the crowd. Emery Parker takes things very seriously.
Now back in the center, I'm sure that throw kind of going to add a little bit of hesitation here to Scott's wrestling as he's looking at a strong Emery Parker who clearly has not been impacted by his illness.
I don't think so.
And another thing about Emery Parker that makes him such a threat on the mat and really has cemented him as one of the top wrestlers at 184 is his ability to threaten you in upper body positions, as we saw there on the edge of the mat, but also be able to change his level and go lower ankle. He's able to really bend down there and is able to get to his opponent's ankles on some shots. So you really are not safe in any position against Emery Parker, as he has another upper body tie here, looking at double underhooks here. And he's looking for a similar back dump here with that trip as Grello goes inside trip there on the edge of the mat, and they'll go out of bounds now. That was some good action there from Grello, kind of to be a little bit aggressive there in that situation. 50 seconds remain. Still no points here between Emery Parker, the number 6th ranked redshirt junior, taking on Willie Scott, the redshirt sophomore from Rutgers, taking the place of Nicholas Gravina, one of Parker's rivals here in the Big Ten. And one thing about Emery Parker that we've seen this season is his pacing. He starts off his matches slow typically, although we have seen a lot of offense. The scoreboard does not reflect the energy put in, but usually as matches progress, Emery Parker gets stronger and stronger and gets smarter as he learns his opponent's intricacies on the mat.
Yeah, quite a stark contrast with the lower weight classes of this Illinois team with Travis Pietrowski, Dylan Duncan. But that comes with experience. I think trying to wait out, trying to estimate what's the right move to make, trying to wait out your opponent, that comes with experience, and it's no secret that Emery Parker is one of the best wrestlers on this team.
Absolutely. A lot of mat strategy here being employed as he takes the bottom position to enter the second period. We've seen a lot of tough rides here from Scott, I'm sure, or from Rutgers in general, and I'm sure Scott will try to continue that trend here. As Parker's looking for some hip separation. Parker looking to create that gap between him and Scott to allow himself to come out and score some points here as he's up to his feet, but Scott really hanging on him with that leg in. 40 seconds of riding time here for Scott now. Getting over a minute would theoretically be the first points on the board if that minute stands at the end of the match. Parker here listening to some instruction from Jim Heffernan as he swims that on through and regains his base, but a stalemate called. And the Huff Hall fans not necessarily happy with that call, as well as the Rutgers coaches who were looking for more action here. And we're happy with the Scott's ride of the 6th ranked Parker. Over a minute of riding time here for Scott now, as Parker has yet to gain a strong base on his feet in search of an escape point. And there's a look at the Rutgers coaching staff. They are looking to get some momentum going against this Illini team. They're down 20-6 as Parker's up to his feet. He has Scott's left leg, and there's a stall warning on Scott. That was some great strategy there from Emery Parker, who was able to get a reversal, 2 points right there. So he had Scott's leg, a quick escape there at the end of the second, but Parker knew that if the top wrestler does not make any attempt to bring the bottom wrestler back down when they're both on their feet, a stall warning will be awarded. And that stall was awarded because of Parker's knowledge in grabbing Scott's ankle there when he was getting that reversal. Now it's 2-1 here as we enter the third period. Parker not the strongest until that final push, and he's going to look to take down on the riding time that Scott built up. A quick escape from Scott, and he still has a minute and 23 of riding time, so he has the advantage here in this meet as Parker's going to look to score a takedown here now. A strong match here from the unranked Scott, taking the place of Nicholas Gravina. There's a high crotch from Emery Parker. Scott defending. Parker's looking to cut his right arm through and get the takedown. He reaches and picks up and elevates Scott's left ankle, really putting him in a bad position. He jumps over and is able to achieve that 2-point takedown. That was a big one there for Emery Parker as we have a less than a minute left in the third period.
Yeah, you mentioned at the beginning of this match between these two players, Emery Parker does a really good job of adjusting his level to either take a shot down at the legs or really establish his strength at the upper body, and that all started from his ability to attack both those legs.
Now, Parker has erased that minute of riding time that Scott gained throughout this match, but not soon after there's an escape from Scott. So it's a 3-4 match here with 20 seconds remaining here in the third. Scott's going to be looking for something big. And in the final 10 seconds here, Scott looking for an angle on Parker. Parker clamps down in the front headlock position. It's looking like he's going to be able to take this match 4-3. A win for Emery Parker. Not a bad showing there from Willie Scott, but Parker continuing his 11-match win streak now.